This lesson is multiplying by two-digit numbers. It's Chapter 3 and Lesson 6. Make sure you have your notebooks ready because this lesson can be a little confusing and I want to make sure you get all the information down and understand it clearly. The lesson objective is I will multiply up to a three-digit number by a two-digit number. You'll notice that this lesson is very similar to the lesson that we had on multiplying a three-digit number by a one-digit number, but there are 3 extra steps in this lesson. When we're multiplying multi-digit numbers, remember you're going to have to use those basic math facts that you've been studying. So please remember to be studying those every single night and use the time that you have during stations wisely. Okay, we're multiplying a two-digit number by a two-digit number. So here we have the numbers 25 times 17. Both are two-digit numbers. The first step in multiplying these is to multiply the ones and the ones. In this case, the 5 and the 7 are both in the ones place. 5 and 7 multiplied together equal 35. When we multiply these, we have to put our 5 down in the ones place still and carry our 3. The second step in multiplying these numbers is to multiply the ones and the tens. So far, do these steps seem similar? When we multiply the ones and the tens, we're multiplying 2 and 7. 2 times 7, or 7 times 2, equals 14. When we multiply 7 times 2, we get 14, plus the 3 that we added to it, and that equals 17. Now, we have another row that has to be added because now we're going to be moving on to another place of multiplication. So our third step is to put a 0 in the ones place. We're dropping down and putting a 0 in the ones place below the 5. The 5's in the ones place. So now we're going to put a 0 to hold the place because we're moving over. Step 4 says that we're going to multiply the tens and the ones. 1 and 5 multiplied together equal 5. We're going to write our answer in the tens place because we multiplied a 10 times a 1. So it actually was 10 times 5 that we multiplied. 110 times 5 equals 50. Okay, moving on. Our next step, we're going to multiply the tens and the tens. 1 times 2. Okay, well, 1 times 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. So where are we going to write down the answer to 1 times 2? The actual problem that we're multiplying isn't 1 times 2 because the 1's in the tens place, the 2 is in the tens place. So our problem is really 10 times 20. If we multiplied 10 times 20, what would we get? We would really get 200. So the 2 goes in the hundredths place. It's 2 hundredths. Okay, so now here's the step that is probably the easiest for you. We're going to add our two products. 175 plus 250. We add these just like a regular addition problem and add straight down. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12, but we have to carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 more is 4. So our answer, or our product for 25 times 7, is 425. Now, I know when you think about this, you're going to try to rush through these problems. And again, there are several steps to multi-digit multiplication. These problems are going to take time. These are not easy problems to get through. There's a lot of steps involved. Take your time and don't rush through. So here are your practice problems. Write these problems down on your paper. Work them out. Again, take your time. Make sure you pause the video. And when you have the solution to these 5 problems, come back to the video, unpause it, and check your answers. Welcome back. Hopefully you took your time and you're ready to check your answers. Let's look at number 1. 21 times 42. 2 digits times 2 digits. Our answer is 882. Number 2. 104 times 12. This is a 3-digit number times a 2-digit number. The answer is 1,248. Number 3. 534 times 67. The answer? 35,778. Number 4. 51 times 82. Your answer is 4,182. And your final problem, number 5. 48 times 101. Your answer, 4,848. How did you do? Hopefully, you got the correct answer or something similar to it. You may have got an answer that's very close. If that happens, go back, check your answer, and make sure you didn't make any addition mistakes. That's common in multi-digit multiplication problems. So now, it's time to rate yourself. Are you a 3? Could you be an expert? Can you multiply multi-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers with ease? Are you a 2? Are you having some problems? You still have some questions, but you think you have a grasp on this? Or are you a 1? Do you have a lot of questions, and are you really unsure on how to do this? Come to group with your questions. We'll work on this together. Don't worry, this is definitely a skill that 5th graders have a hard time doing year after year. We'll get there together. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.